EDG team when they battled against them. It was a 2-0, but a back-to-back comeback just because of Long, especially on his Aatrox. 2 steals on the Baron, insane.
Yeah, 2 steals on the Baron. I do remember the highlights of that one, and it's gonna be a run back here for Long using Aatrox in the jungle with the Galio also picked up by Nova. It's gonna be the Galio Camille combo that we usually see. It's a very strong front line right now, as well as initiation for the side of Nova. Camille can just come in along with a Galio using his ultimate, and the Aatrox can just run around the flanks, maybe looking for pickups of any isolated targets. With no marksman yet being picked up by Nova, I do expect maybe a couple of marksman bans for the side of EDG. They already have banned the Ezreal. Ashe is, I would say, a pretty interesting ban. We have seen Ashe with her ultimate has been used to great effect by some of our teams. But one ban I'm looking as well, possibly for EDG, could either be the Xayah or the Zeri, just to take away a bit more of the safety net and a stronger marksman champions that may come from Nova.
Kha'Zix is just a great man, to be honest. 0711 can fully utilize this champion and can be so deadly going up against the Aatrox. Nilla, though, is an interesting ban. Maybe just a respect by EDG in case that Nova Esports is gonna be picking it up and adjust the Aatrox and the Camille towards Nian and Yitze instead. Man, the respect by EDG is massive towards Nova Esports.
And they just really didn't want to deal with that with the Nilla, right, coming from Nova. Long has really shown that he was really good on the champion, and I do understand where EDG is coming from. Also, with them having a Sivir, there is a tendency for their composition to be balled up, and that would just been a really good way for Nilla to catch and go for initiation place on the composition for EDG. Corgi, though, double marksmans on the side of EDG, as well as a Lee Sin. I'm liking the early to mid game priority with the composition of the EDG, along with that Corgi that gives a lot of late game damage as well.
The last time we have seen the Lee Sin being picked up here by EDG was during their match against Keepes Gaming, and 0711 had an MVP performance on it as well. Massive pick though, with the Echo being locked in. Looks like we're going back to Season 1 with Long on this champion. Great highlight as well back in the day when they used this in not Icons Global or Huya the Legends Cup.
Yeah.
The quadra kill.
Yeah. Kind of remember that highlight as well. But now just thinking about how this Echo like fits in the whole composition, and it could go more of the AP route, right, and have a bit more of that burst assassin. Field has a bit of safety net as well, using the ultimate to get out of sticky situations. Now is also a good way to juggle in and out the aggro of anyone that they're trying to kill on the side of EDG. But it remains to be seen. I think there would have been a couple more mid laners they could have chosen. I think a control mage would have been good, but Nova, we'll see how they'll execute with the Echo right now being picked into the jungle.
Oh yeah, Echo is a risky move, but I love seeing Nova Esports make some risks here, especially that it shows that they are willing to go beyond what's usual in order for them to get the win. Be unpredictable. But EDG actually got some lead onto them, especially with the ban on the Nilla a while ago. They were fully aware that Yitze can be the one to use the Aatrox. Camille as well gonna go towards the end. And it's gonna be troubling later on if ever the Echo gets bursted away, because they don't have AP damage after that.
Yeah.
Except the Kai'Sa a bit.
Yeah, it depends on what the Kai'Sa is gonna build, right? If she's gonna go the Duskblade route with a bit more of AP, we have been seeing that often. We even in terms of the build for Kai'Sa's, it gives her a bit of the safety when you do get the takedown. With the Duskblade, Nashor's Tooth gives you the AP and attack speed. But also there's a very curious lane swap, or at least having the Corgi in the top side while Xiao Zhang on the Jax will be manning the mid lane against this Camille. think about what is the bigger benefit for Ajax to go here. I guess it's a bit more, it's a more fair matchup, because imagining the Jax going against Aatrox more will be using more abilities, doesn't rely as much on auto attacks unlike a Camille, so Jax can go toe to toe more with Camille.
And it's safer to be in the top lane for this Corki. Yami is forced to use the flash just to be able to be safe here in the bottom lane. And again, the aggression by Alone and Langbeat proves to be really challenging for anyone that comes across them.
Yeah, but Long spots the scuttle take. Oh,
whoa! No lane is safe when it's Yitze that is slamming the sword.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well earlier. But CZ7 might be able to catch out the Aatrox.
Has the ward as well. Flash gonna be invested into that burst down, and at least a trade.
Yeah, at least a trade, but that is a big wave crashing into third right now. I feel like 077 should have collected at least some of the gold and the XP, but opted to go for the Scuttle Crab. That was what I was thinking as well. What would have been safer for the Corki? Because the thing with Corki early game is he's so weak. Yeah, he's a ranged champion, can maybe throw out some of his abilities just to farm the wave. But the thing with Aatrox, if he hits you, if you auto wave and then he hits you with his chains and then hits you up with the knockup, you just don't get away and you get bursted down. And I think that's what happened there, the top side. So right now, first blood did go in favor of Nova Esports. They do have a bit of the early game advantage right now.
Yeah. And this is great start. Actually, for both teams, it is okay, but it's a different story for him. Yitze gonna be following up here with the World Ender, but still, at least the flash allows him to buy some time, be safe. This is another wave that they can crash.
Yeah, it's gonna be another wave they can crash. There's no one rotating to the top side. It's not only a wave, there's gonna be a couple of plates as well. Maybe about 2. If they're a bit greedy, but they're just gonna go for 1 right now with not much information on where both the Jax and the Lee Sin are. Actually, Neon does. Oh, Neon going in.
That was cool. That got me nervous as well. Yeah. Like on my feet a bit, and it's 0711.
Yeah, it's 0711, but the kick was kind of off because it put Neon near to his friends, to both Long and the Aatrox at the top side. So right now, not a lot of action other than the Corki getting a bit bullied in the top side of the map. But I do feel like when the package does come out, EDG might opt for a bit of a rotation, putting the Corki in the mid lane instead, so that he'll be able to have more ways to quickly go to places where the package would be needed, and then instead opting the Sivir to go to a side lane. The Sivir, yes, is also quite an immobile champion, is also very short range, but she can just hug the tower and clear waves really fast. So that is an asset that she has right now that maybe EDG could look at, because the package comes out as well as the objective. It's something EDG can use as well to equalize this early game.
Nova Esports, given the lead that they have right now, especially they do have Kaisa, they have Echo, I think 5 minutes, the 5-minute mark, the objective taking, though to some teams they can let through, this is something that Nova Esports cannot risk, because they have the Echo. It's basically taking time bomb. We saw Long already try it out before in season 1.
Yeah.
And it didn't really pave a way for them to actually win. It fell off, and it's just risky. One of the reasons why it's not really used right now, it's too risky. You don't have that much tankiness. Yes, you have a bit of damage, but it can be dodged, and if it gets dodged, the only damage you actually have is your jump.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to deny the stun coming in from your second skill as well. So they have to really just make it work.
Yeah. Also goes for first item Nasher suit. That gives a lot of attack speed, a lot of AP, as well as cooldown reduction right now for Long. Don't think they'll be really seriously challenges Herald.
I mean, they have to. Long does have the ult. And Neon will be the first target here. Xiao Jam still committing it onto this Camille as they do take the RH already. Long's gonna be in a lot of trouble, forced to use the flash at least to buy some time. They have to disengage. This is too crucial right now, but they're not being allowed to do so with Lawi going in. Yet they're still able to flash away at least to stay alive. Man, we see the fangs of EDG.
Yeah, we did see the fangs of EDG, but Nova was able to peel away effectively. It was I thought they were done for when they got hit by the cast. They were isolated, but now 0711 has a ward, knows full well the HP. Almost got
steal. That was close though. And look at the commitment of EDG. Yeah, you get the dragon. We have to take something from you. There's a cost for everything you do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was Rebik who got left behind, and that was the bill.
Oh, but alone though. That's a bit sad. In the mid lane, gets hit by the turret twice. Did try to get out of range, but still is in range. But this time, Yitsa is in range of everything right now that EDG can just throw at him. Pushes him away from the tower as well. And man, it's just an absolute dominance right now by Edward Gaming. Great setup by Long, gets a stun down. Yami can follow up with a Justice Punch, but unable to do it in time.
Yeah, Nova is kind of scratching their heads at that point, right? They left behind single member in the bot side and immediately got jumped by EDG, and EDG was also able to place Shelly in the mid lane, able to get the turret. Unfortunate that Alone did eat a lot of tower shots, but then it was EDG playing the map because they know that there was missing Nova members, and they just committed to 2 objectives, which was the Herald, and then they went to the Dragon. It means that they haven't recalled in that whole span of time, while EDG just had to commit a couple more members when they went in late for that Dragon Pit. They were able to get the recalls off, they were able to get more items, so they were fairly confident that they were stronger against compared to Nova at that point.
Yeah, I mean, looking at 0711, right? He is mad rich right now. You almost completed already, going for the second item. 3-0 start. Man, this guy is definitely a great Muay Thai person right now. A martial arts person. I'm trying to remember one of the greatest Muay Thai, athlete before.
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that.
Sure. I do, personally, I don't know much about Muay Thai. But I'd be happy to know who this great Muay Thai player.
It's
athlete
DM Gaming.
yes, I
can
agree.
only dream, right? Yeah. Okay, at least you agree. There's someone that
I can vouch. Yeah, game. But yeah, right now bot side's getting a lot of attention. 0711 has been spotted here by Nova, as Nova is reacting to the rotations right now from EDG. They know that that is one of the outer turrets that are still up right now on the map, so EDG is trying to get away to take that down. But usually we do see turrets in this part of the game being taken down either during a dive or when there is a objective fight. And now EDG has certainly caught the attention by Nova. A lot of them are in the base, so if EDG do decide to go for this, they can catch him in an awkward timing.
Yeah. So far it is a little bit awkward already for Nova Esports. It might have to give this tower in the bot lane again, something that EDG is getting for absolutely free.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if EDG did know that there was a lot of backs coming in from Nova. That's why that objective was opened up for them. And with the destruction of that bottom tier turret as well as the mid lane, EDG is now opened up to be able to put more vision in the blue side jungle of Nova. This may allow EDG to have a safer read when it comes to the upcoming Dragon take, knowing that Nova was the one who took first Drake. Denying that would essentially deny soul from Nova later on in the game.
EDG, so far with this lead, it is just a little one, 3.4, but the way they do it is just so calculated, and it's so fun to see. Very mesmerizing as well. Nova Esports, in their struggle, can never be discounted. I mean, you should never disregard Nova Esports, even if they're down like this, because they came back multiple times. Even at 11,000 gold deficit, they were able to get back here in this game, especially with the bigger objectives being allowed to be taken now.
Yeah, package has been picked up by Yo. Oh, actually, it's a fight coming in here.
Just a sponge after the Shield of Turon. No full commitment just yet. EDG will bait them though through this dragon.
Yeah, I felt like if you wanted to really start out with the package, he might have been able to get a pick, but a bit more discipline on Yo right now. Nova is figuring things out, how to surround EDG in the Dragon Pit.
They are surrounding them. It's just gonna be entering the pit. Long is in the vicinity. Execute gonna be used here. Jan is trying to take them down, and Long with the steal and gets it for the team as well. But this time, EDG is looking to fight. They have to disengage though. The kick is gonna be used, but they are actually still turning, especially with the Severe landing the ricochets. The damage coming through. Yamis tries to stay alive, but it's not gonna be allowed to do so. Long getting flashing out, but Jan is gonna be chasing him as well. Estien's gonna be the only one left, but can you actually survive? The answer is no. The Sonic Wave will not connect. It's only amount of time for them to get the ace. It comes with a cost. Every single time you take something from EDG.
Yeah, alone ending that fight with a triple kill and going to this replay right here. Long with a really godly steal right here. Gives the second drink towards Nova. But at this point in time, Nova threw so many things right now at EDG. And they just wanted to get out of this fight. But EDG, as you mentioned, they said no, you can't take away. And look at 0711. Goes for an assassination play and then goes on the stasis. That split second of hesitation from Nova from running away gave EDG the time to catch up to them, as well as the slow coming from that Lee Sin, which essentially gave EDG the ace in that fight.
We have seen so many great baits coming in from just stasis plays. That's why it's one of my most hated items. But it's so useful, and we saw that as well by EDG, by 0711 himself.
I like stasis. but at the same time, that's a different topic for a different time. But yeah, coming into this game, right, Nova is on the back foot. 0711 is in good position to flank here, but Langui is just acting out as the bait as EDG comes towards this fight.
Sonic Wave did not connect. Yami is going to be zoning them out with the Shield of Duran. They still are able to take this red buff. And Ian is going to be taking it as well, at least the bonus one. EDG is starting to set new objectives for them to fight for, and Nova Esports is getting irritated from it.
Yeah, and that's how you play League of Legends by the book. You start with the bigger objectives. You start with the towers. When they're gone, you also fight for every jungle camp so that you deprive the other team of gold, you deprive the other team of experience, and you get those for yourself. You essentially accelerate the pace of the game for you to be able to snowball the lead, and that's what EDG is doing right now. They're not trying to expose themselves by showing mistakes to Nova. Instead, what they're doing is going into the jungle, trying to take the bigger objectives like the red buff and the blue buff, and then getting away so that they can protect the lead that they have right now.
The Nova Esports though is going to be trying to protect their soul point later on. If they secure the soul, especially if it is an infernal one, man, the damage is just going to be out of this roof for Nova Esports. That's what EDG wants to prevent. That's why they're investing so much in their gold leverage right now. Maybe through the Baron takedown, they can actually deny it later on. But they cannot discount Long. This guy is just so good at making miraculous plays for Nova Esports.
Yeah, the nerves of steel. When it comes to the steals, when it comes to the clutch plays, Long is who we are looking at. But Langui,
body slam! The cat's gonna be used and Long's gonna be dead as well! Now is gonna be the next target. EDG is just gonna be running them away. They have no room for escape. They caught them off guard, and the punishment is real.
Yeah, and with the information that EDG had, they had so many wards, so much vision over the red side jungle. They were able to get two, and also about to finish the Baron. No, they're baiting Nova in.
They want to fight, they want more to bait the members here of Nova Esports. Yes, it's going to be in a lot of trouble. The Execute the bait, they're going to be coming in to trap Chao Jang up, but it's not going to matter. They actually take the dragon, but he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Yes, it's still going to die though, with 0-11 just slamming the ground.
Yeah, and they got one more kill. That was a close Baron take though for EDG. I think the Baron went down to like 250 HP. Luckily for EDG, they were still able to secure it even past the smite, because I think it was an early smite as well coming from the Lee Sin.
That was so close.
I was really close. I was nervous when I saw Aatrox coming in, and I'm like, hey, why are you not getting the Baron yet? Why is it not over yet? But because of them getting the Aatrox, they were able to have clean recalls. Nova wasn't able to reclaim as much territory, and now EDG is right in front of their the turrets of Nova.
A while ago it was 8,000, now it's 11,000 going more. The soul has been denied after that one genius play to catch Long off guard. This time they're going towards the mid lane and catch Yitze this time around. And everyone's gonna be in trouble. The Intimidate Tower is gonna be taken down as well. Yitze trying to stay alive, trying to land the storm, but will be denied of it as well. Long to be able to at least go back with the chrono break. That's not possible for the other members. Is all alone now in the base against 5 members of Edward Gaming, and they have greeted the gods with a good evening and a game number 1 secured.
Yeah, and that's gonna be game 1 for EDG. They are really looking strong in this series. They're